Hi, and welcome back to the panel, Strategies from the Titans of Sales and Industry. My name is Sherman Krancer, Senior Partner Development Manager for Microsoft. In studio, John Fry from ConnectWise, great partner of ours. We love having him in. And this is part 3. So we're going to be talking about profitability here, which is really important. I think with a lot of our partners are really interested in figuring out how to become more profitable. So, the very first question, let's go ahead and just dig right down into it. Okay. Return on investment. People think, oh gosh, well, what is the cost of having this system, the brains, that having something that's going to encapsulate everything and help us really, move forward into the future. John, so when it comes to return on investment, what are your thoughts on that? What is ConnectWise's thoughts on that?
It's really easy to identify some low-hanging fruit in terms of ROI. So when you think about maybe your initial billing rate, whatever that number is, just the simple fact that we can show you some easy ways to capture some time that might be leaking through the cracks. That's an easy way to get some wins, using the system, getting people adopted into the ConnectWise platform. But as people really start to get into the platform, utilize it, optimize it, and take it to its fullest degree, we're seeing partners from an ROI perspective in the 100% range. So it can be rather substantial, quick, and really get you streamlined as a business.
Yeah, we're seeing, with the partners that I manage, significant jumps. The investment into this it's almost like it should be an afterthought. Like, you just have to do this. You have to have a system in place to really manage everything. I mean, you don't see the major corporations out there, just a very big one. I can't say names, so you gotta be careful with that. But any really big organizations, they're not sitting there with Excel spreadsheets by itself, and people having to call the 1,000 employees. Hey, do you know where the money is? Yeah, do you know who do we contact? Right? You don't see that. And if you're aspiring to be profitable, right? You need to have something in place, and it should be just an afterthought, really, with that. So, what would you do? Well, the first thing that you think partners should do to simplify a complex? What metrics should you focus on to track profitability?
There's quite a few, especially if you're in the managed services world. You should really take a deep look at your endpoint to technician ratio. It allows you to really start to scale and capture ROI as you're remotely monitoring and taking care of your customers. So that's really the first one I would focus on.
Now, with that being said, what would you say are the new opportunities that exist out there to create a more profitable and resilient business?
So you really need to get into the world of reoccurring revenue and look at different lines of business that your customers are leveraging, right? So they have physical security needs, they have audio-visual needs, they have cloud needs. Somebody's providing those services. So wouldn't it make sense to get your team on board and build those different tech teams within your business to provide those services? Because at the end of the day, everyone's looking for consolidation, and if you offer those things and you can deliver on them, you're going to make super sticky clients in that process.
Now, I would also add that differentiation, and differentiation is always a big thing that we try to teach our partners, but the partner who is chasing their tail all the time, don't have a lot of operational efficiencies, whatnot, can't ever seem to compete with that one partner who's got it all dialed in.
Absolutely.
Right, and utilizing your ticket services or billing, that partner, right, is going to be a lot more profitable and probably a lot less stressed. Would you agree?
I would agree. Look at the convergence of, again, those maybe more traditional, let's call them low voltage areas, physical security and audio visual. The convergence of traditional IT and those areas is really starting to overlap. So at some point, somebody's going to get all that business. So take the time to actually figure out ways to bring those in, bring those best practices and offer those to your clients.
So we also know that, the big thing, a lot of people are pushing everything to be managed, right? And I could ask a question, that we have that's like, how important is it to focus? But I think that's a given.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's a given.
It's a Captain Obvious question.
Here's a softball, right? No, but let's kind of dig a little bit deeper. What I liked what you said earlier was around creating stuff inside. Like you kind of leading to packaging, right?
Exactly.
Exactly, and that's one of the things that we talk about. I talk about all the time is creating an IP, but creating simplified packaging with a small offer, a medium offer, and a large offer, and then focusing on those 5 things that you do, as opposed to focusing on 1,000 things. Now, how does that apply to the people you've worked with in the past?
It makes their lives easier. It makes the conversation with their prospects and their customers just much more straightforward. People are looking for simplicity, and they don't really care at the end user level about all the speeds and feeds. They just want to be able to, as a decision maker, look at different offerings that a technology service provider might offer and make that process simple to do business with. They know they need those things. Don't list out, a bunch of different line items, bullet points. Make it simple, package them together, package them nicely, and chances are when you do that, you're not competing on price. You're providing value, you're showing value in the process, and you're making high margins.
That's beautifully said. Anyways, hey, Brian, John, thank you so much for coming in today.
You
really
got
do
it.
appreciate it. We have one more section, so we have a part 4 here coming up. But thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Sherman.
Bye-bye.